London, 1981. The rain fell hard that night, the kind that soaked through leather and silence alike. In the smoky backrooms of East London pubs, whispers carried a name that made men lower their voices, and women leaned closer in curiosity. Linda Calvey. She was an ordinary East End woman, born into a working-class family. Linda grew up on tough streets where loyalty could buy you protection or your death. She learned early that survival was an art. What truly set her apart was her charm, a disarming blend of innocence and danger. She was beautiful, with long auburn hair, sharp cheekbones, and eyes that could convince anyone she meant well, even when she didn't. By her early 20s, Linda was already running with armed robbers, men who lived fast, spent faster, and trusted no one. She wasn't just someone's girlfriend. She became part of the crew. She carried guns, planned jobs, and knew how to keep secrets. Soon, she was the only woman in Britain to regularly take part in armed robberies. And yet, somehow, she always slipped away clean. But Linda's true danger didn't come from her crimes. It came from her heart. Every man who loved her ended up destroyed, one way or another. Her first serious love was Mickey Calvey, a career criminal with a charming grin and a reckless streak. They married, and for a time, it looked like a fairy tale, until Mickey was gunned down during a botched robbery. His death shattered Linda, but instead of pulling her out of crime, it pulled her deeper in. She swore revenge on the man who betrayed him, and soon after, she met Ronnie Cook, another gangster, another flame that burned too hot to last. Ronnie was older, clever, and dangerous. Their relationship was volatile, a mix of passion and paranoia. When he began cheating and trying to push her out of their operations, Linda found herself consumed by rage. Then came the day that would seal her fate. In March 1990, Ronnie Cook was found shot dead in his flat, a single bullet to the head. The gun had been fired by Daniel Reese, a small-time criminal and one of Linda's new associates. Reese claimed Linda had manipulated him, that she'd seduced him, promising money and love, and told him that Cook had to go. When police interrogated Linda, she denied everything. Ronnie was like family to me, she said coolly, but investigators weren't convinced. Her alibi wavered. Too many people spoke of her anger, her threats, her obsession with betrayal. In the underworld, Linda's name was now whispered with a different tone. No longer admiration, but fear. The tabloids called her the Black Widow, a woman whose lovers died in mysterious or violent ways. A woman who used love as a weapon sharper than any blade. In 1991, Linda Calvey stood trial for the murder of Ronnie Cook. The courtroom buzzed with curiosity. The glamorous criminal who had once been photographed in mink coats and diamonds now sat in a drab suit, staring coldly ahead. The prosecution painted her as a master manipulator, a woman who used her beauty to lure men into crime and, when it suited her, to death. Reese turned witness for the Crown, claiming Linda ordered him to kill Cook. She told me he'd ruined her life, he testified. She said, I'd be her hero if I took care of him. Linda's defense called him a liar, a coward who killed out his own fear. But the jury didn't believe her. The verdict, guilty. The sentence, life imprisonment. As she was led away, reporters shouted her name. Cameras flashed. She didn't cry. She didn't speak. She simply lifted her chin and gave a faint smile, the same one that had once charmed gangsters into trusting her with their lives. Linda spent nearly 2 decades behind bars, always maintaining her innocence. From her cell, she wrote letters, made friends, and charmed even the prison staff. She insisted that she was framed, that her only crime was loving the wrong men. Yet, even after her release, the question lingered like the smoke of her past. Was Linda Calvey a victim of her own dangerous world, or the mastermind who used love as a weapon? Those who knew her in the underworld still whisper her name with a mix of awe and dread. They say every man she ever loved either died, betrayed her, or disappeared. And every time, Linda walked away untouched with that same faint smile. In the end, the woman they called the Black Widow became a legend, not for her crimes, but for the deadly power of her charm. Like, comment, and subscribe.